history to students across the country. An important lesson at a critical time. Our Kitty Alvarado is live at the Builder's Home in Palm Desert with details. Hi, Kitty.
Hi, Daytona. Well, you know, Chauncey Spencer has been working for years to try to make this dream of a traveling museum a reality. If you take a look behind me, there he is right there with his dream. He says that when he's able to educate children about our history, not Black history, but American history, we can change hearts and minds. Chauncey Spencer has a dream.
Inside the trailer here, it's going to be set up with a panoramic history story
to transform this trailer into a mobile museum that brings a forgotten history to the masses.
It's a piece of American history that's been left out of America.
This history is personal. His father, Chauncey Spencer Sr., was an aviation pioneer. What he was told when he tried to learn to fly drove him to greater heights.
He said, "We don't teach color to fly. They don't have the intelligence." So that hurt my father, but it didn't break him.
Despite the odds, he found a way to learn to fly and pay it forward. During a cross-country flight to encourage Black colleges to promote aviation, he had a chance encounter with future President Harry Truman, who was amazed by their talent and courage to fly an old plane. Spencer offered then-Senator Truman a ride.
And Truman said, "No, you can't take me for a flight, but if you got guts enough to fly this thing I'm looking at, I got guts enough to find out why you can't become part of the United States Army Air Corps." It was that step to encourage Franklin Roosevelt to include the Negro in the Civil Pilot Training Program, which is the precursor to what we call the Tuskegee Airmen.
Soon, he will make his own cross-country trip, making stops along the way to teach the history of the Tuskegee Airmen, a group of African-American pilots that fought in World War II.
Chauncey Spencer Sr. broke the barriers of racism, allowing individuals like the Tuskegee Airmen to take flight.
His destination will be the March on Washington on August 28th. That will coincide with the original Civil Rights March.
I have a dream.
He hopes his dream of integrating Black history with American history will create change.
Because American history is no color. It's an invisible history of individuals that have sacrificed for the rights that we have today.
He has a lot of the contents that will go inside the museum. His home is like a museum itself that's holding all of these important pictures and history. And now the next step is to put it all inside. But to do that, it's going to take quite a bit of money. He's raising funds. We will have all that information. If you want to help, get him to the March on Washington and educate future generations on American history. Reporting live from Palm Desert, Kitty Alvarado, back to you in the studio.
Very cool story right there. Thank you, Kitty. Still to come after the break, another family is grieving and pleading for justice tonight after a deputy-involved shooting in Gardena leaves an 18-year-old dead. We'll have details coming up. Plus,